Hood movie review. Hood movie review. Hood movie review. Watch us on YouTube.
Is this thing on? So how come they call you Rabbit? Because he's fasting like the fuck a lot. This is Hood movie review. That is a wild way to start the show off. This is Yost, of course, Kenny, the bad guy himself. And then to my right, we got Prime Time Travi T.
That's it.
And then beneath me, we got Wit Flair herself. Whitney.
The nature girl.
Nature girl. So woo!
Woo!
All right, well, today we are reviewing the movie 8 Mile. Spaghetti, 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 spaghetti. And we're going to start off like this. What do y'all think of the soundtrack? Of 8 Mile?
Detroit's finest.
So not Detroit's finest. So what do we think of this soundtrack? We got here. We rate everything out of 5. So what are we rating this out of 5? You see, I got my hood up just like B Rabbit 2 in the movie. So just so y'all know what's going on.
I'm gonna give it a 3.75, just like I did. Get Rich.
Yeah, Rich.
Get Rich. Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing, but I was about to say 3.5.
Okay. Well, if Whitney say it's 3.5, we're gonna go 3.5.
I was gonna say 10 freaky girls. 10 freaky girls. I'm gonna go with
That scene pissed me off. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like seeing Eminem dancing like this. Why is he doing this?
I thought they were doing something with that one. Yeah, I'm going with the. I'm about to say 3.25, 3.5. Like that's a good way to.
Let me say this too about before we, because I already said how I feel about Eminem's acting in this, but this is my proving point. He's over here dancing like this with this face on.
Who, Eminem?
Yeah. Why is he so angry the whole time?
I was gonna say I don't think he smiled this entire movie.
He didn't. He didn't look like fucking Eminem. Like that's it. He's just out here.
Even when he was fucking, he was still like.
Exactly. He was like,
If you walked in on your mom getting smashed by one of your old classmates, you'd be depressed too.
He said, "Ain't shit funny. Ain't shit funny here." So,
he did go through it.
Yeah, he was going through it. And the movie starts off with Jimmy Smith Jr., aka B Rabbit. And I think that's first off, before we even start, that's probably one of the worst ever. Bunny Rabbit is a terrible, terrible name for a rapper.
I would rather be called Silk the Shocker than Bunny Rabbit.
But you gotta think deeper into the name because they always call white girls snow bunnies, so obviously they called him Rabbit because white boy.
Nah, they call him Rabbit because he had big ears and buck teeth.
Like, that's wild. I guess that was his nickname. Like his nickname was Mickey Mouse in real life because I guess he grew up with big ears and buck teeth, which is still fucked up. It's like damn.
I thought you was gonna say he grew up with rats in his house.
That's terrible. So the movie starts off in B Rabbit. He's hogging the entire bathroom to practice his raps. Like he locked the public bathroom door, and he's in there like practicing. Then he throws up, and he goes. And I feel like he goes through a little bit of racism in this scene because security stops him, and he goes up and he's like, "Hey, I was just in here," and he's like, "Nah." And he's like, "Bro, I was just in here. I'm the only white guy in this entire movie besides Cheddar Bob. Like, come on." Like, so security stops him, and then he goes out back, and he's changing because I guess he threw up on himself with his. He has a garbage bag full of clothes, and literally that's. Everything he has to his name is just this garbage bag full of clothes that he carries around this entire movie, which is like.
I mean, at least he has something. You're not just wearing the same thing every single day.
But everything fit in one garbage bag. That's sad for real.
Best believe that was his only pair of shoes. You ain't.
Oh, that's what I said too. I was like, yeah, he only got one pair of shoes. Like, that's it. And I think it's just wild though, because like security wouldn't let you back in the club after you left the bathroom. You think they're gonna let you come back in after you then went back out the building and went behind the dumpster? Like, nah. And he talks about how he broke up with his pregnant girlfriend, and they're just kind of weird. He was like, yeah, she's pregnant too. They're like, she's pregnant. Like, it was just weird. you muted, Whitney.
Sorry.
No, no, say what you're saying. I think you better say something.
Oh no, go ahead.
All right. So Papa Doc is on stage. He's rapping. He's killing dude on stage. He's killing dude on stage. And B Rabbit, he's about a Proof, but Proof is playing Lil Tick in this movie, and Lil Tick's going in on B Rabbit and the host. And Rabbit ends up choking in front of the whole crowd because that's a hostile ass crowd. So they just, as soon as he was about to even start, they was on his ass already. They was like, God damn, like the way they was on him. And a little bit of trivia: Proof manages to sneak his name as an acronym when he raps. He says, "I'll punish Rabbit or obsolete future." That's like the way of putting Proof in there, which is a little smooth how they did it. And he rides the train home. And the sheet of paper, and a little bit more trivia. The sheet of paper that Jimmy writes on the bus is the real sheet that Eminem wrote "Lose Yourself" on. The sheet of paper sold for $10,000 on eBay, auction.
Wow!
So he comes home after choking the rap battle, and he comes home to his mom riding the dude he used to go to school with, like that's sad. Like, she was going crazy too. She was like, "Sorry, Rabbit," like, "Sorry, Rabbit." And we find out Rabbit was fired from Little Caesars and is working at a stamping plant. And after he's getting judged by this dude that he went to school with. And like I said, fresh off cracking his mom too. And they get into an altercation until his daughter comes out. And he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry." He puts her back to bed, and he's like singing to her and stuff. And he moves his stuff in. Like I said, he only got one trash bag. Like, he moves his stuff in. Like, there wasn't much. So it's morning time, and Wink meets up with Rabbit, talking about put him on with a label. He's like, "Man, you need to join me, man. You the hottest dude out there in the street. You can do it. You can do it." And Rabbit's kind of hesitant. He's kind of hesitant. He's like, "I don't know if I'm gonna do this." I'm like, "Nigga, you need this. You're like, you're going through it right now." And his mom lets him use her car since he no longer has one. Since he let the ex use the car. And we see he's late to work due to transportation issues, and he apologizes to the boss. He's like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry." And he's like, "Hey, can I pick up some extra shifts?" And these dudes like, "Extra shifts?" I was like, I don't think that warranted that. Like, I feel like.
I didn't understand why he had to call over to friend and say, "Yeah, can you believe this nigga?" First of all, you didn't have to embarrass me like that, okay? I just asked for extra shifts. That's it.
For no reason. It's like, okay, I was late to work, but it's like, okay, I fucked up. I'm going to take some more shifts. Like, I need more money. It's like, you ain't going to be able to, like I feel like I'm
with you. I've never in my life had a job tell me, "No, you can't work more."
Yeah, like, that was weird.
Like, they're like, "Nah, yeah, fall in line, bitch. Yeah, stay here the whole day." That's what
he was offended. He was like, "Extra shifts?" I'm like, "What?"
And it's not like they don't do overtime. Like, they clearly do. He just didn't want, like, he's like, "Hey, not you, bitch. Take your 2 days off." Like, okay.
Yeah, that was just weird. I don't know. That whole exchange was weird. Like I said, boss was chewing his ass out about it. And then Brittany Murphy shows up. Her name's Alex in the movie, and asks to see someone. And Rabbit's like, "Shit, I'll help." Like, he see her, he's like, "Shit, I'll see what's up," type shit. And the boss is like, "Nah, I got it." Like, he shuts him down.
Yeah, he thought he was about to pull her. No, you ain't pulling nothing. Bye.
And here's the thing though, like, because everybody was all over her. She looked dirty in this whole movie. Like, real talk, she looked dirty through the whole movie.
Yes, she looked like a crackhead.
Yeah, she didn't look good.
Yes. I'm sitting here like, y'all really beefing over this fucking basic ass, greasy ass girl. Like,
Wink,
you can have her, bro. Like,
I don't know. The boss was like, yeah, I got it. And Rabbit gets like kind of salty about it. He like flicks him off, but she turns around like as he's like mid flick off, and she's like, huh. She gets
I would
salty
have did the same
back.
thing.
You would have flicked him off right back.
Yeah, like what the hell?
That's what she was. She was like, okay. So she thinks, he's flicking her off. She flicks him off right back. Then we get a freestyle about Future and Rabbit, a freestyle about how shitty Rabbit's life is. Like he's like you're
hey. That was a good little freestyle.
It was bad. And
sometimes you gotta be sad.
Old boy came
when he came out,
he was drunk as hell. He
said, "You got a cigarette?" And Eminem always looked scared at him the whole movie until they fought too. Like the whole time, I was like, is he terrified? Like he said,
he was froze. He was like,
and then he said,
like, bro, he was in your science class a couple years ago. What do you mean?
And now he's in your mom.
Oh my god,
bro! Remember on Friday when Craig's pops came down, he had to look like. That's what he was looking at him when he came over.
But after Eminem said he doesn't have a cigarette for him, why did old boy get so weak? He's like, he like walked back, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Because he knew Eminem was a bitch.
he was just fucking with him. You already messed with my mom. Like, now you come over here just weak at me, like drunk as hell, trying to bum some cigarettes off me.
First you was weak at my job. Now you trying to be funny with the cigarettes. Come on.
He said, "How you get fired from Little Caesars?" God damn.
He didn't make the crazy bread right. It's okay.
Bro, this nigga's life was shitty. I think I got to this point. I said, "Damn, he's going through it." Like, so they all doing hood rat shit with their friends and shooting paintballs and shit. And
wild.
You always got the crazy white dude in the group. Rabbit just starts shooting at fucking police cars, and they're like, "Bro, what are you doing?" Like, they look at him like, "Bro, you tripping?" So these niggas had to park in an alleyway and wait for they 5 GTA stars to disappear. Like they was like waiting for that to go away because their car was dying too. So now they having fun, like freestyling in like a random parking lot. Like they just having fun, So they're having fun.
Angry as fuck too. That was the angriest fun I've ever seen.
Bro, then the Free World show up, weak ass group name. They show up and they told me, "Hey, that's just whack." They just call me the aggressive as fuck.
They were right. They were right.
They're making fun of Rabbit for choking, and that was weird to roast a nigga. And be like, ha, 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 ha. I was like, that's a weird way to roast me. Like, yeah, that was just weird to me. And Rabbit grabs this nigga by the ankles and slams this nigga on the car head.
I was so weak at that part. I was like, damn.
Because he was mid roast. He was like, he was quiet. So Rabbit slams him on the car hood, and then a full fight breaks out. And it wasn't really a fight for real. They were just shoving each other, and then they was just like, "Rabbit, come on, let's go." They just dipped. It's like, okay. So they spot Rabbit's baby mom at the party, and she's in the back getting lit. Like she's drinking, she's smoking. She was like, "They was like, I thought." And then Cheddar Bob weird ass. He said, "I thought she was pregnant."
Hey, let's just go ahead and get it out in the open. Cheddar Bob was special needs.
Bro, Cheddar Bob was.
You can't tell me that man was just a normal, regular ass man. That man,
everything he did, they had a problem with. Every time he did,
he was like, Future was like, "Man, fuck free world." He was like, "Yeah, fuck the free world." He's like,
I love you.
And they were like, "Why'd you say that shit?" He said, "Future said it." Like what?
He's like, "You didn't know me." Yell it out. It's like 19 of them niggas. It's like 5 of them.
And then he was like, "I gave her my car." He was like, "Well, she's gonna need the car for the baby."
He did say that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, Cheddar Bob was special needs, but he was my favorite character. By a lot.
Mine too. I love you.
My favorite character was that fat dude. 10 freaky girls.
He was better in Get Rich.
I like the more this one. I don't know what that dance is, but I like it. So, like I said, the baby mom in the back getting lit, and if you don't realize, that's the same lady. Because I didn't realize that was her. That was the same lady from Hustle and Flow. The one prostitute that was like, "Come on, DJ, I'm in charge." Yeah, I didn't realize it was her until this time around. I said, "Oh, that's okay. That's wild." And so then we see Alex for like the 14th time. She keep popping up on this nigga. Like I didn't realize how much she popped up on this nigga. Everywhere this nigga went, she was there too.
Yeah, you know why?
She was always there. Like,
no. Let me just. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my theory right now.
Go ahead.
That was Wink's girl. They were consistently fucking. She cheated on Wink with Rabbit.
I don't think they were fucking yet. I don't think they were fucking until later on, because when she was talking to him, she's like, "Yeah, I want to be a model," and he's like, "Shit, I know people." And all of a sudden, she was like,
"Okay, that's fair." But my thing is that even when they're in the car together, like when it's like Rabbit, what's her name?
Alex
and Wink in the front seat together. She's back turned to Rabbit, face to face with Wink. They're like flirting and going back and forth.
Yeah, no, she was wild.
So it's like, why are you mad? Okay, continue. We'll get to that one.
Yeah, we're gonna talk, because I felt the same way. And okay, so I got a question for y'all though. So throughout the movie, Wink is talking about his connections, and he's like, "Yeah, I know such and such. I know this person. I know this person." Do y'all think? And while he was doing it, every time he does that nigga Future be like. So do y'all think he really had those connections, or do y'all think he was just stunned and Future was right?
I think he had the connections, and I think Future was mad because of why Wink said he was mad. You've been trying to make it all this time, and all you got is to host these rap battles, and I've got proven track record with people I've put on.
Okay,
so you see what I'm saying? Like, and it's like. So that's why they had to make him the bad guy.
But he's also one of them lame niggas that got a name drop all the time. Why do you keep having a name drop?
No, I feel you on that. You're right.
Flunkies that they know, but they don't really pay attention to. He be like, "What's up, bro?" They be like, "All right, man, back up." All right, that's how you know. That's your connection to him.
That was a weak ass crew. By the way, that crew was weak as fuck. You had Rabbit. You had a nigga with the dread wig on. Then you had that shit was fake.
You had special needs Bob.
Special needs dude. You had the woke nigga. Then you had the fat nigga. It's like that was their crew. And then you had Wink will show up every now and then talking shit.
Speaking of the dude the DJ the woke dude.
Yeah.
Why was he out here trying to actively cock block?
Every time, like they had the girls there, and he was like, "Listen here, my brother, we need to text." They was like,
I'm not hanging out with him anymore. If you actively see me spitting game to a girl and you over here like, "Hey, if you gonna disrespect her, who won't? You gotta think better, queen." Like, I'm gonna beat your ass right now. Like, we gotta fight.
What are you doing?
Right? Like, whose side are you on?
My ear.
Why are you doing this to me?
There wouldn't be a second time. No, fuck that.
Wait, I just thought about something. Was it Future and the fat nigga both trying to get the same girl? They both had their arm around the same girl?
No, they both were fucking her.
Ooh,
they say that in Rabbit asked Future, he's like, "Damn, she really sucked both y'all's dicks."
Oh my god.
And he was like, "Man."
I didn't even peep that. That's wild.
They could have been training her.
Here's the thing. They understood the assignment. It was missions out here. Wink and Rabbit, they got in their feelings, and that's why they're not friends anymore.
Damn.
That shit was ass between them two. Rabbit with his feelings. So during the kickback, we find out Papa Doc is, he's perpetrating. He's fraudulent. We find out, he's his real name's Clarence, and both his parents have a real good marriage and shit like that. And
he went to Cranbrook. That's a private school.
It's a private school. Yeah. So we see like what is going on? Like, the girl in the back, like, Clarence, he went to Cranbrook, blah, blah, blah. And this nigga Rabbit's like, okay. He just got a peep, was like, all right. He just taking in information, like, okay.
Also, they did a good lead in with that. Remember when the car breaks down and they're all his friends are off to the side talking shit, and then he's like, "Hey, don't talk about my car or my mom. I hear everything."
Yeah.
And then throughout the movie, they show him hearing everything to tie.
The fat dude was salty. He said, "Bitch, you a ninja and shit." Like, nigga, stop talking shit about me. I can hear you. Like, that's what he said. Stop talking shit about me. Nigga talk about fucking my mom. Like, nigga, you know, I just see my classmate going crazy on my mom. Like, I ain't trying to see that. See my mom's cheeks. So this nigga bad. I'll be bad too. So these niggas having fun burning buildings down and shit. Like just fucking up. And Rabbit's ex-girlfriend, Janine, comes to his job, just causing a ruckus. And Rabbit apologized to the boss. He's like, "Hey, no, my bad. It's not gonna happen again." He's like, "Oh, better not." I'm like, "All right, nigga, like I already took care of the situation. Like, nigga, chill." So now we see Wink is with them free world niggas, and Rabbit just walks up like just shoulder first, just he just starts swinging on niggas, and they all fighting, and they tussling. It's not really a fight. They're really tussling.
They're squabbling.
Yeah, the squabble, the altercation. And Cheddar Bob mid fight pulls out a gun, and everybody just stops. Everybody's on the same side at this point. They're like, "Hey, nigga, put that shit away." Everybody's on the same side, and he's like, "But Papa Doc has a gun." They're like, "Nigga, put that shit away." And he's like, "Okay, gaga." And he's just like, "Oh," and he shoots himself in the groin. And he goes,
special needs.
Then he falls. I'm like, "Oh shit." So they make it seem like this nigga's dying for some reason. He shot himself in the leg. They made it seem like he was dying in the car.
Hold on. Do you know that there's an artery in your leg that if it gets severed, you could just instantly die, like instantly bleed out?
But he ain't instantly died.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, he's gonna act like he's dying.
He was just like.
Also, here's the thing. Again, Kenny, he's special needs.
Stop talking about him like that.
That nigga said, "Call me MC Bob." He said,
"What's wrong with Cheddar Bob?"
He said, "I want to be a rapper like you. We need to write together. Call me MC Bob." I'm like, "Nigga, it's not that serious. Stop this." So,
he really cared about them.
He was so weird. Everything he did.
Don't make me say it again. Whitney gonna get that.
Like, "Come on, Rabbit, yeah!" He was just coming there. "Yeah, Rabbit, yeah!"
He pulled that gun out. I was like, "You're not so tough now, are you?"
He did say that. He said, "Got a gun now, yeah, come on, yeah." And I was like, "Ew."
He said,
"Bro, you was so ugly, nasty." Said, "Come on, yeah, now, yeah." I said, "You'll sit your laugh down, like calm yourself down."
Hey, Whitney, did you cry when he was laying on the couch?
No, but I was sad.
I was weak as hell.
He said, "I didn't want to talk." And why Eminem sit down? I was like, "How come?" Like, you know why?
He was a good friend. Though. But that's still a weak ass crew though.
He cared about them too. They cared about each other. They was lames, but they loved each other.
That whole crew was
what's the battle rap competition at the end if it's not the friends we made along the way? In the show, that's it. That's all.
He said, "Fuck the rest of the movie."
Yeah, right.
So Future Wink, like while he's like laid up in the hospital, Future and Wink get into it, and Future's exposing this nigga. He's like, "Bro," he's like talking about these connections and shit. Nigga, you ain't shit for real. What about your cousin that worked with such and such? And this person did this. This person did this. And he's just sitting there getting salty. He's like, "Okay." He's okay.
That's why you a bitch.
Yeah. So they go back and forth. And so after all this stuff goes down, Rabbit's stressed. He's like, "Oh shit, I'm stressed." He comes home, and his mom is like trying to get sex advice from him, like out of nowhere. She's like,
"He won't go down on me, Rabbit."
Rabbit, he won't go down on me. He's like, "Get the fuck out of my face."
I would have said the same thing. Like, you better move with that shit.
Like she was like, "Come on, Rabbit, I need your help." I was like, "Nigga, what? Get out of here!"
It stink.
hey, nah, for real. It's like speaking of, you said it stink because there ain't no rooms for real in the trailer. It's like nigga, it's like that room smelled like you walking like, ugh.
Booty dude.
Like your classmate, like that shit gross. Apparently, in real life, Eminem was cracking Brittany Murphy and like the person playing the mom, like around like.
That's crazy.
Crazy at both.
That's a little creepy too.
It is. He was shooting a shot at both of them. He said, "Look, ain't my real mom." He's, "I'm gonna see what's up."
What's the age difference there? I feel like it's not that much.
I think it's 10 years. Look up Kim Basinger.
Yeah, I'm looking her up right now. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, she's the
she's 69.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. He's 69.
Eminem, he's 50.
He's 50. So there's a 19-year age difference.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah, go ahead and get it.
Also, I don't know why, but I didn't realize this movie came out in fucking 2002.
Yeah, it came out a year before Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah. Get what? The album?
Oh, I think that's talking about the movie.
No. I'm talking about 8 Mile the movie. Get Rich or Die Trying the movie came out in 2006.
I thought it came out 2003. I thought it came out a year apart.
No, I don't think so. I'll look it up right now. I'm almost positive on that one.
So quick, get us in another step.
Get Rich or Die Trying was 2005.
Okay, this one came out 2002.
Yep.
I thought it was a year apart. Never mind.
I think Get Rich or Die Trying, the album came out in 2003.
Well.
Yep, February 6, 2003.
Okay, well, I was close. So now we get to they're on lunch break, and Exhibit's just roasting everybody in the damn. He's like rapping
for no reason. He's just a bully.
Yeah, but he's just bullying niggas. He was like, "Look, there goes Paul the fruitcake." Like he just roasted them. It's like, damn, nigga, like. And then Rabbit comes in and just starts roasting him. He's like, "Look, like the starting to grow roots," talking about his boots and shit. I'm like, okay, like he's talking this shit. And then like when he roasts his ass, they're like, "Oh damn!" Like okay, like he lit his ass up. And all of a sudden the girl comes back in like, "Yeah, you'll never be with a real woman," and she starts going in. I'm like, "Sheesh, nigga!" And apparently, this rap was so good that Alex was like, "Look, I need you now. Like, where we gonna do this at?"
Hey, all I'm saying is he's to go off that alone.
Cracking in at his
no, for just having a freestyle good enough. The girl's like, "Hey, I need you to put that thing on me right now."
That sex looked terrible.
Oh, it did. And then let's talk about that fucking sex scene. Why are they over here doing like I don't even know what the faces they were making were. But it was the worst. Like Eminem looks mad as shit. She looks like she's getting like her soul taken from her. She's over like
I was like, Eminem ain't hit you like that.
I was like, first of all, y'all got this much space to fuck. There's no like all you got is
that nigga lifted a leg up. He said,
"Did they raw dog?"
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
He couldn't. That nigga got one bag of clothes. That's it. That nigga came for no damn rubber. he went up in that. That's why he was so salty. He felt the realness. He said, "Oh." he said, "Wait a minute."
Hey, he hit that button.
He did hit that button. He didn't do shit to her though. But
no, she put a trap card on that bitch.
Bro, it was just the way she everything about her looked dirty because like they got done cracking. She just pulled her drawers up. I was like, ugh. It's like shit's gross.
She smelled like ass for the rest of the day.
Bro, she was in that same fit.
Booty do.
Movie. That movie was in like the span of like a week. She was in that same fit. So I don't know. That shit was gross. So Alex and Wink, they end up. This was wild too. Alex and Wink end up showing up at his place of residence, and chilling with his mom, eating spaghetti with this nigga. And
yeah, that was weird. That was bizarre.
And Rabbit was like, "What the fuck? Why you take this bitch to my house?" He was feeling some kind of way, and he was like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry." He's like, "Why would you bring her here?" And Greg pops up later on, and
is this when he wakes up to him?
What do you mean?
Greg's the stepdad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that when Rabbit wakes up and he's sitting there looking at him?
Oh, with the I was talking with the eviction notice. Talking about that scene.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
He wakes up and he's just sitting here.
He was ugly as hell.
And he goes, "Your mom's getting evicted today. Know anything about that?"
He's just, I don't know what it is. He's a weird actor in everything he's in. Like, it's not even like, oh,
I don't even know anything else he was in.
He was General Zod in like one of them Superman movies. Like, I think it was Man of Steel. I think he was. I seen him in that. I seen him in another movie where he was a prisoner. And every movie he acts like that. He's like, yeah. So I'm like, ew. Like,
he's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he just came up with the eviction. Your mom's getting evicted. And throughout the movie, he's like waiting on this settlement check. I guess he got in a car accident. Is that what it was? He got in a car accident?
Yeah, where's this check at? That
let me put y'all on to white trash lore here, guys. There are a lot of white trash people that are waiting on settlement checks. They ain't coming.
He just fucking. That shit on that rent. He was just fucking. He said, "Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I got you." Yep. I thought he was coming, but that nigga was spending that shit. He ain't helped the niggas at all. That's what I thought was going on. I was like, this nigga.
Nah. Well, I mean, that's possible, but the most likely it's there was never coming. There was no car accident. There was no nothing. He just didn't want to work, and so he'd been bouncing from bitch to bitch trying to get whatever he needed.
His mom was just foul because she like took up for this nigga, and he's like what's his name? So Rabbit's like, hey man, you ain't gonna talk to my mom like that, because he's like going into mom like, you said you was gonna pay the damn shit, blah blah blah. And she was like, no, I ain't have no money like that. And he's like, I'm out of here. Like I'm out of here. He's like disgusted by her. And then he's like, bro, you gonna let the nigga talk to you? Like, he's like, hey, you about to go for that shit?
That's exactly what he said too, word for word.
You let this nigga talk to you. Him and him was acting up. So it's like a shoving / swinging match, and dude's getting his ass whooped. Like Greg was getting his ass whooped. I don't know why he was so afraid of this nigga if he was able to just toss this nigga around the damn trailer like this. And the daughter's in the back like she's like freaking out. And he's like, come here. And dude just bounces like, the fuck this shit. And the mom's still taking the form. She's like, please wait. So,
wait. You know what makes it worse is that's not his daughter in the movie.
Oh, that wasn't? That's
his sister. Yeah. All up until this time, when I was watching the movie, like I thought that was supposed to be Haley and like that's his daughter or whatever. But she says something about Greg's gonna take us. He's gonna get this settlement. He's gonna take me and Lily and move on. Take us somewhere good. And I was like, why would he take Eminem's daughter? With you know what I mean? So I looked it up and it's his sister.
See, I thought it was his daughter all this time.
I did too, because how he talks to her and treats her and everything. So like
she was so trash. I was like, okay, like I don't know. He was so fucking trash. And we get to the studio, like for some reason he's looking for Wink. And we get to the studio and Wink is just tearing this girl up. Or not his girl up, but just tearing that girl up on the
and then Rabbit tore him up.
Rabbit starts swinging to this nigga, and that's why I just felt like I don't understand why he was so mad. You just met this bitch and you cracked. Like, why are you so mad? Be happy, nigga. Like you, like, be happy, nigga. You got to crack this weak ass bitch. Like, why are you?
Also, they had a whole interview going on, and in the window he getting his ass beat. You telling me not one person saw that out the peripheral? Like or heard it like there was multiple scenes where he takes his head and smacks it into the glass. You didn't hear that loud ass. You didn't hear
the. Everybody's just ignoring it like la la la.
Yeah, they was weak. Like they used to that shit. Like,
hey, that kind of proves Whitney's point though. He name dropping all of them, but they don't really care about him like that.
They didn't. They let him get his ass beat in there. They don't care about you.
You know who did care about him though? The free world.
Free world niggas. And Wink was so damn fraudulent, bro, this movie. Because I know some other shit he did was weird as fuck. So, yeah, like I said, I just think that's weird that he was really fighting for that girl. Like I said, like that was his chick. That was not your girl. Like
he fell in love with the pussy.
Bro, he fell in love. Like you barely know this bitch's name. You know her name is Alex. You don't know her last name or nothing. Like So Rabbit is with his daughter, and then them Free World niggas show up, and they beat the dog shit out this nigga. Like they stomp this nigga out in front of his daughter, and she's like, "No!" Oh, that's daughter. I'm off for his sister, and he's like, "No, no!"
She said, "Stop it!"
They stomp this nigga out. Like, Free World nigga, Free World nigga. They lighten him up.
And then why'd they set him up for the finisher from Wink? They held him up, and he sat there. He said, "Gah!" He fucking kneed the shit out of him.
He was mad.
Yeah, but like Wink's a bitch for that, to be honest with you.
He was a bitch this entire movie. Like the stuff he does is weird. Like he made some weird ass moves. And he's sitting there like with the niggas, like, that's the niggas we did not fuck with. And you just sitting there like, what whooping my ass? Told me you gonna take me to the top. And so now we see Alex, she's with Rabbit, and she's like, "Hey, you gonna be at the shelter?" The shelter is the name of the rap battle place. And she's like, "You gonna be at the shelter?" She's like, "I hope to see you there, hopefully you're not scared." He's like, "Ain't nobody scared." Like this nigga Rabbit was kind of salty, like, "Ain't nobody scared." And she's like, "Well, I'm going to New York." Like she's talked about, going to New York to be a model. And Rabbit gets Paul the fruitcake to cover his shift. And Paul's like, "I got you." He's like, "You didn't help me out, from that bully exhibit." And now Future, I realized his name was Future Vandross at this point. I was like, "Ew."
That's his name?
His name was Future Vandross. Yeah. And he gets in your face. He gives him a pep talk. He's like, "You got this shit, Rabbit. You got this shit, man. You can do this." I was like, "Why are you?" Like, he was all in for this nigga. So then he battles Lickety Split Lickety, and he kicked his ass. Like he destroyed this nigga. And then he battles Lotto, and it was a close little battle he had with Lotto. And then Cheddar Bob, at this battle, he beats Lotto, and Cheddar Bob's like, "Aren't you worried that he's going to talk about everything you've been through, like getting beat up and remember all the stuff he said, because he came out with a laundry list of shit. He's like, "Yeah, talk about your mom and your sister and all the stuff that you've been through." And he was like, "You know what? I got an idea." So then he flips it on him. He's like, "I know what you're gonna say against me." He just talks about all the stuff that he's gonna plan to say against him. And so everybody's cheering. And like I said, this was weird too, because fucking Wink was like salty and shit. He's just like looking like this, like looking at B-Rabbit the whole time, all salty. And then when he's killing the niggas, he's like, "Yeah!" Like with like you're not standing with the niggas. You cheer for B-Rabbit too. It's like, nigga, you weird. And then so after that whole thing goes down, everybody's cheering for him. And Papa Doc, he ends up choking now. And they act like he's made it. Like they act like he made it. Like you won a local battle rap thing. Like they act like he made it when they left the thing. They was like, "Hey man, what you gonna do now? What you gonna do now?" It's like, "Nigga, I'm about to go to work." That's what he says. He's like, "I'm gonna go to work." Because I thought it wasn't for nobody. This nigga was just rapping. And Future's like, "You know what? You should come host with me." It's like, nigga, ain't nobody trying to see
you doing that for free. You know that, right?
For free. So Rabbit's like, "Nah, I'm about to go to work." And he's like, "You can have that." Then he kind of walks off, and it was just like, that was it. He just kind of just walked off to a dark ass alleyway where he's gonna eventually get jumped by them niggas, by them Free World niggas. Niggas like, that shit isn't over with, nigga. Not only did we whoop your ass, now you done got your revenge and made us look bad. Like, no, this nigga Papa Doc gonna see your ass. He got something for you. And a little bit of trivia: this nigga Eminem was in literally every single scene of this movie. There was not one scene where this nigga was not in this movie, which is got to give his props. Yeah, there's not one scene where this nigga was not in it. Yeah. He was in every scene. Yeah, so we're gonna rate the love interest real quick. We're gonna rate the love interest out of 5. We never did do that. She got a smooth 2 coming from me. It was a smooth 1. 2.
She's she's dirty.
She was dirty.
She's fast. She's out here messing. She's out here messing with your friends.
Bro,
She ain't got her own car.
The wild thing about it was like, why was she everywhere? Everywhere this nigga went, she was there.
She's a stalker.
She was at the club. She was at the kickback. She was at his job. It's like, nigga, leave me alone.
I mean, I'll give it a 2 just for the dedication of her showing up everywhere. She's showing
Whitney, stop. Listen. If I start showing up everywhere you at, I'm gonna have a restraining order on me. So that's
Get this weird nigga away from me.
it ain't no. That's not dedication. It's stalking.
He got the crack at work. You know.
Hey, that's a good time.
He lived.
I saw that scene. I was like, he just like me for real. Like,
bro, no. The wild part about that, it wasn't even like it was after hours, nigga. We on lunch break. Like he's just.
Yeah, and he only had 30 minutes. He just used 12 of them to eat his food and go fucking bully exhibit.
I know somebody was looking like, oh my God, who is that down there?
It was Paul.
Yeah,
somebody's seen them.
Yeah, she got a smooth too out of me. Like Brittany Murphy looks good in real life, but she just looked so dirty in this movie. Like,
they made her look like white trash.
She had the same fit on the entire. That's what pissed me off. Like this movie was like this wasn't all in one day. This was like in the span of like a couple of weeks. She had that same.
I think it's 1 week.
Movie. Even if she had the same fit on.
No, I know. I agree with you there.
She had the same outfit on.
She's this bitch is a cartoon character.
She Peter Griffin, nigga. Like where do they have fit? That shit was gross.
Well, obviously he lived in a trailer, so they had to give her the trailer trash specialty. Okay, so the green hair looks like it hasn't been washed in weeks.
Bro, it was
smudged eyeliner.
It was stiff.
Yeah. So again, the trailer trash specialty is the big hair. So she's got it like hair sprayed up, so it's like huge. That was
nasty.
Yeah, it is nasty.
It's
trashy.
Who was the real villain of this movie?
Wink.
Said Wink.
Yes.
I got my answer. What's your answer, Whitney?
I'll say Wink too. Don't say nothing goofy now.
It's his fucking mom, bro. Like your mom was fucking tripping.
That's true. She did give him a car that didn't start.
Bro, set him all the way up and wonder why I'm late to work.
You smashing old dude from biology. I don't appreciate that.
My OB. He said, nigga, I know this nigga. Like no, it's not okay. And you like, oh, what am I gonna do now? Greg's gonna be mad at me. Like, nigga, that is my classmate. Fuck this nigga. Like,
and you only smashing him because you think he about to get this fake ass settlement check, and you think he's gonna pay the rent. It's not happening.
Bro, I didn't even mention this. She ended up getting the money at the end because she hit big on bingo. Like, fuck you. She said, yeah, I went to bingo and I won, rabbit. I won. It's like, look at your weird ass on.
She was a little greasy too.
Everybody in that movie was dirty. I'm sorry, everybody in that movie was dirty. I feel bad. The daughter was dirty too. Like, everybody in that movie was dirty.
And you know what's crazy? I actually enjoyed Detroit.
In real life?
Yeah.
Ugh, dirty ass city. Ugh.
I actually enjoyed Detroit. It's pretty fun.
Here's the thing. Detroit is just one big hood. The nice part of Detroit is scary. Like,
granted, I've never been to the shelter, but
I don't know where Detroit called the shelter.
Listen. There was no part of the nothing in that movie made me like, I'm gonna go by Detroit, see what that shit looked like. That shit looked dirty. Everything about that shit looked gritty and dirty.
It's a fucking Call of Duty map.
Everything
literally.
Was dark green. Everything was dark green in that movie.
Because it got algae. The whole city got algae.
Yeah, and just like Travis said, that shit was a war zone on Call of Duty.
The air was polluted as fuck.
Bro, that's why he was staring at old boy like that when he was doing messing with the car. Nigga couldn't breathe. All that fucking smog in the air and shit. Like, bro, that shit looked terrible.
A train derailed over there.
Who was the most redeemable character in the movie?
Cheddar Bob.
I was about to say the same thing.
Hey, if y'all don't get off Cheddar Bob,
Hey, me and Whit like this tonight, all right?
that nigga Cheddar Bob was trash.
He was iconic the whole movie.
Like, bro, we needed you to pull that gun out on a nigga. You put it on yourself.
Call me MC Bob.
Call me MC Bob. He said what?
And he smoked a little weed too from time to time.
He burned the house down, Rabbit. I burned the house down. Also, no, we skipped that whole fucking part.
I did it on purpose.
Whenever they jumped out of that fucking house onto the fucking car, he said, "What? Like, who did he think he was?"
Bro, they had no reason to burn that house down. They just said that shit because the niggas just wanted to go out and burn houses down. He was like, yeah, that one girl got raped over in that abandoned house. And he's like, hey, Rabbit, what if that happened to little Lily? Huh? Let's go burn these houses down. And they were just like, okay. They just did it. They were just swinging on the swing set, just having fun while his house was burning down. Like, that's what y'all do in Detroit. That's how y'all have fun. Like,
yes, it's a dirty ass, scary ass city.
Bro, that just sounded awful, bro. Imagine smelling that, bro. You know, to smell that damn fire. That shit is strong. Like that's fucking smoke, and they're just swinging on a swing set, like spitting game to each other. It's like, nigga, what? Like, you ain't dying from that smoke. What's the most gangster scene in the movie?
When he pulls over and goes up and just punches dude right in the face. And that's what pisses me off about him getting jumped is twice he pulled, like, he was ready to fight the whole free world.
Yeah.
But they pulled up and it was about that action, and all of a sudden he wanted to stand there and get beat up like a bitch. Fuck Rabbit.
He got yanked. Whitney, what's your most gangster scene?
I personally think when he shot the cop car with the damn paintball gun, knowing that car could have broke down, and all y'all could have got arrested because y'all was smoking weed.
Real quick. Wait. She just stopped. Wait. The most gangster scene to me was the fact that he fucked that girl he didn't even know raw in the fucking workplace. Like you ain't got 2 strikes from your damn boss right now. Like that nigga is on your ass.
You could have got fired and chlamydia. Damn.
Bro, you look so dirty.
Hey, why'd they make Eminem look like a deadbeat dad though? When what's her face showed up. She showed up, she's like, I'm your girlfriend. And he's like, no, you're not. And she's like, you didn't even break up with me, you just left. She was like, I said I was pregnant, and then you disappeared in the night. And he's like, I left the car. I'm like,
he didn't say that. That was some white trash shit. I left the car.
I was like, his name is Aiden.
Bro, she looked dirty too. Like that's. She was like, that's why you choked at the shelter yesterday. I was like, you don't get your nasty ass out of here. She looks dirty in everything she's in too.
Trashy white women all look the same. I'm just putting it out there.
I think she might be white trash in real life. She looks dirty in everything she's in, bro.
You can take the girl out the trailer, but you can't take the trailer out the girl.
Bro, she looked dirty in that. She looked dirty in Hustle and Flow. I seen her in Orange is the New Black. She looked dirty as fucking that. Like she looks dirty in everything she's in. And like, so we're gonna rate the movie. We're rating out of 5. We're rating the movie out of 5.
I give it a 3.5 still.
I was right there with her. I'm right there with her.
I'm trying to think. Because I'm between like a 3.75 and a 4. I think the movie's good. It's just not like, this is one of those movies where it's like, it's a good movie, but it's not a lot of like scenes that I was like, oh shit, like, you know, it's not like no crazy things. It's just like
a sad movie. Yeah, it's sad and there's no climax.
Yeah, it's like the movie. It's like he got his get back in the rap, but it's like this nigga went to work the next day. It was no happy ending.
Not the next day. Not the next day. That same night, he left there and went back to work.
Bro, you just like you ain't just, bro. And that's the wild thing too. This nigga daughter rapped the niggas with a black eye and still won that shit. How you do that?
And I don't remember any of them showering or anything like that.
Nobody did. Nobody did.
Detroit is a dirty city.
So he went to
we keep coming back to this.
The same stick that he just smacked a girl at the job.
Yep. Hey, that's why he was mad at Wink so bad. He was like, "Hey, bro, my dick still smell like her. You can't fuck her yet."
Bruh, that's wild. First off, that's wild. Second off, no, I think the reason this nigga was so mad because it took this nigga more time to try to fuck. This nigga started talking to her and she cracked instantly. Like he was spitting game for all of that week. He's like, I've been trying to shoot my shot all this damn time.
It was because Wink was black. I'm just kidding. Okay.
He was definitely getting trained by the whole team if they had let that shit rock. Like if he wasn't so emotional, they all could have cracked. Nigga slipping.
Ain't no fun.
Because you already know the fat boy
have none.
The fat boy and Future Vandross, they would have definitely seen what's up.
Yeah,
niggas,
right.
They said everything. 10 freaking girls.
You know who wouldn't have seen what's up? Actually, no, he would have. The woke dude, he would have been like, he'd call her a colonizer and said this is what she deserves.
Nah, he still wouldn't have cracked though. She was like,
hey, you know what's kind of fucked up on top of him cock blocking all the time was when they were driving him talking about white people stealing black music and being in black media and how it's so much easier than he's getting drove around by a white rapper. I was like, maybe you could do this conversation at some other time. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck these white people. Turn left here.
I also think he would be one of them dudes like, "Mom, milk of magnesium."
Yeah, already. He's I didn't already crack. All right. Well, so next movie on the list. Oh yeah, I was supposed to rate the movie. No. I said between 3.75 and a 4. So I'm going with a solid 4. And next movie on the list is Bebe's Kids.
Oh,
we don't die, we multiply. And we gotta end it with this. Fuck free world 313. Fuck free world
313.